up, everybody? Welcome to the Localhost TF2 LAN in Fullerton, California. This is the Crits Cast coverage. There's a lot going on today, so we're happy to be part of that group effort and providing you guys coverage of all this Swiss format action to start things off here. I am Eckstein, and well, joined by a wild gang of fools. I don't know. Right now, we're getting our coverage together. Joining me is eepily. How you doing, eepily?
I'm doing okay. I think my feed might be lagging slightly into the production end, but I assume that's all going to get sorted. Other than that,
yeah.
I'm having a good time. It's LAN, you know. Obviously, we're all here at LAN. We're in our isolated little rooms for the sake of safety. You know, it's good.
I pack my bed. You know, my my
if
favorite
you don't pack your
blanket.
Bed to
you
LAN,
know,
like I don't know what you're doing.
You're not really doing it right. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you do have to bring that pillow, though. You know, though that the seats at the venue are quite comfy. I've gotten a couple shots, peeks at the LAN footage that exists out there. Does seem like the equipment is pretty hot from what the players are saying. Crisp setups, and I know that a bunch of players already were at LAN, you know, like on Thursday, you know, 2 days early. So they've been getting their practice in. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're also joined by Meer. How you doing, Meer?
How's it going, man? Good to be here. Good to see your beautiful faces, however distant that may be. But yeah, it's good to be here. Good to see some LAN action on the cards here.
Yeah. I feel the LAN electricity flowing through my veins, but it might also be the third cup of coffee. Either way, it does appear that our match is going live, so I think you guys have a match to cover. And well, I have a co-caster to be wrangled by one of our lovely producers here. Shout out to Withoof, Mitch, and everybody else involved with production of this event, including Banny, etc. We didn't really get a chance to run down rosters. Also, a quick shout out to resup.gg, our organizers, and a quick shout out to the sponsor of this broadcast itself, Yow Sauce. More on that later. And well, yeah, these other players, casters, got to jump out to their own thing. So I don't know. I was giving them some air to speak, but maybe that's my air. I'll reclaim it and
keep it.
Yeah.
Next time. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how much
what's happening, man.
You kicking me out? LAN's just stuffed it, and you're
no. You're welcome. You're welcome to stay, but I think you got an SDZ server to get to your own stream. So okay, yeah, you guys got to go. And right now, yeah, you guys best of luck on your broadcast. Right now, though, Burnside is we're trying to fight forward out of second point in this kind of hole that they were forced into.
Have a good time.
Oh yes. We are doing it, guys.
This is brilliant.
We are doing it, guys. Do we now have Eckstein just casting it?
I'd love to see him just like being really animated and not saying a word. I think that would be a brilliant addition.
Okay, so I'm going to clarify. As far as I'm aware, we are still live. This is just LAN. Everything you're experiencing is 100% average for a TF2 LAN. This is just all the glory that you have to look forward to. You know, it's all good. I mean, me and Meer, we can do some continued extended intro bits while Eckstein just sits in the corner casting his game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, we're 4 minutes into the first map, appearing to be Gollywash. On this channel, we're going to be covering PoC versus HNJ. I'll just run through the rosters quickly while we sort of get ourselves together on the red team, which is going to be HNJ. We've got Alec and High Five on the scouts. Cookie Jake is going to be on medic. Zayla on demo man. Aim and Showstopper are going to be the soldiers with an emphatic return. On blue team, PoC is going to be RCKBB on the medic man. Zesty demo man. W Bacon and Wacky Fire scouts. Slice Rouge and Fangles on the soldier classes. So a few more familiar faces on the side of HNJ, I would say. But that doesn't mean there isn't a scope for upset. We're currently at a 0-0, sort of people being really pressured by this 3-minute round time we're going to see here. And yeah, still very much all to play for, but Wacky Fire manages to get Cookie Jake down right at the apex of that little melee fight going on there.
Yeah, so here we go. We're going live. We're having a good time.
Thankfully,
these players have, managed to resist the temptation to get around early. Obviously, if anyone's looking confused, this is a slightly different rule set. There's a 3-minute round timer. Didn't have time to go into that. It's fine. There's not going to be much time to do anything other than push and play Team Fortress 2. So,
keeping it funky.
Situation... Fresh. Yeah, exactly, Situation we've got ourselves in here is our wonderful boys in blue. They've got themselves about 35% advantage. Not too bad. They do have the sniper, which is going to be a little bit annoying to push with. Maybe they can just kind of play a little bit slow with him towards the flank, do whatever. But it's kind of starting to be their opportunity to start seeing what they can do with this Uber here. They're already moving the hills kind of towards Big Door. They're more close. They could just go for a big fatty jump here.
Yeah, you really can't afford to have the sniper up for too long here, particularly with the round time. You've really got to try and take them through their paces, go through the stages, but they lose W Bacon right at the start of their push there, and the sniper's really not going to help them get out too much, but managed to pick off Alex in the fray of it as well. But they're all cut up on this low ground, and a huge bomb coming in from A, managing to get wacky and taking the other players painfully low on the side POC.
Oh dear, a little bit scuffed there. Almost, I thought it was going to be a really good hold for Red just for a second, but nope, they do just about get this Uber now. That's an important frag as well. Ubers do get traded all the way towards point, but lose their demo. That's going to make things pretty tricky. Even trading out the scout for it, things a little bit dodgy. They are taking a position, though. They are looking like they want to move forward. Yeah, we do have everyone inside of POC backing all the way. They've not locked down the choke point as well. They do want to continue trying to play close, which is really not going to be working well for them. Yeah, Zesty gets nuked, and yeah, my boy. Yeah, he's going to be going straight down. No medic, no demo. Nothing really to play with right now. This is surely a round for Red.
Yeah, severely outnumbered, all on the low ground. They're scrabbling further off classes, but the gun goes down nice and early. There's nobody in a position to dive to this point. It's just going to be a full stack from the red team, and that's the first round going the way of HNJ.
That is that's crispy. You just get both soldiers on the rim, and then they just dealt down like 600 damage apiece. That was kind of disgusting.
It's painful. And that's a good log farm, that is, but. Still very much all to play for. We see that sort of the constraint this 3-minute round timer is having already really forcing some players to hold a bit more aggro than they would otherwise, and we'll see how that comes into this next mid-fight. Seemingly a slightly more aggressive coming out the side POC, but they are well punished for it and able to get their medic onto the high ground. Showstopper getting about 5 rockets off and eventually going down. Just 1 player remaining from that blue side. It's going to be Wacky Fire, and it doesn't look like there's any opportunity for a salvage here.
No, that was just like... I don't know, they didn't even really get to that mid. Makes you wonder, about 8 minutes so far, and now Wacky Fire's like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay on second. What if I get a frag? No, buddy.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Kinda just gonna get farmed, Kinda just a late feed, really.
He was just delaying the cap, man. Look, they've got a level 1 gun now because of that eepily. They've got a level 1 gun.
That's true. Alright, I won't chat too much foam right now. We do have, big old advantage in the hands of Cookie Jake, and they're even managing to get a soldier Vice Rogue, so this is going to be all good. He was going to use all the way through Shutter. Jumping on in. Gun is on the left-hand side, but that's going to get cleaned up pretty quickly. No scout getting flashed over point just yet. Instead, they're going to be dealing with all these players straight down on there. They don't even need to deal with Zesty. They're just standing on cap.
Yeah, they managed to evade, losing N1 sort of early on in that push. But then they just had the ×5 cap, and it was just curtains for them at that point. So a pretty quick second round for HNJ. POC sort of disjointed. They're losing players in opportune times when they're facing other advantages as well. So definitely one for them to have a little bit of a think about.
Yeah, but no time to think. This is all play all the time. We do see both soldiers on POC. They want to jump deep. They want to try and make things happen, but not really getting a great deal of mileage. It is players being traded out every which way. Follow-up bomb's not really going to get anything as well. And once again, fight is going to be going firmly in the hands of HNJ. That's a really, really nice juggle from the soldier there. Almost manages to catch Zesty. He's actually... Ooh.
Okay,
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, nice little pipe. I mean, he's dead. Still dead, but I mean, it was a nice little pipe.
In the moment. It wasn't too bad.
In the moment, that was sick.
It certainly has stunted HNJ's momentum just a little bit. They're losing aim. Means that they'll have to think a little bit harder about their last push. Can't go with quite as much momentum as they would hope otherwise, but they're sitting pretty with their 80% Uber advantage, and now they're staring down the barrel of a river, ready to try and break down POC's last hold here.
Yep, Uber once again coming towards the shutter. We do see Zayla a little bit just, I don't know, making Sweet love to a pillar. Does get delayed a little bit. Players moving all the way towards point. Once again, all frags going their way. This is kind of a little bit of a disaster. They do manage to take down Cookie Jake. Oh, actually, okay. A little bit of life more, and then they've managed to get it heavy on the high ground. It's only this one player towards point, and yet there's going to be a late death, so... Okay. There's some holding potential from PoC. Now they've managed to get themselves big old advantage. Players, health, Uber, everything that they could want. Second, surely going to be theirs.
Turn of the tides, you'd hope, but Showstopper's got a little something to say about it peeking through this choke, but realizes that nothing good is going to come of it here. So PoC managing to get out there last with their player advantage, and now they've got an 80% Ubrad. They're making their way towards Big Door. It's going to be a bit of a trick for them to try and break in here. They're going to suffer victim to a lot of spam, so they just use their Uber straight away, but the medic from the red team is just straight out there, and they're just picking up any frags they can.
That is tragic. They use their Uber on through, and then Zesty's the first person to die. And now we're just seeing the entirety of HNJ just be like, what if we bust through a choke point? You don't have a demo, you can't lock it down. They're just getting annihilated. This is brutal right now, and surely, yep, Sega's going to get caught out as well. That's
painful.
Absolute disaster. Disaster mid-push.
Yeah, it looked like all the cards were in their hands, but they just had no intel going in there. They had such a huge advantage, but just went in completely on a whim there, popped that Uber super duper early, and then it was just over for them before it even began. So seeing a very similar situation again. HNJ staring down the barrels of PoC's last here. Looks like they want to go for a river push. Uber coming straight in. Alec going into water, trying to eliminate them here. No frags being picked up immediately yet, and also not a lot of damage. Is certainly holdable for the blue team here, as a soldier denied by the sentry gun also, and it's just a bit of a melee here. 3 players going down from the red side, but there is a cap going on from Alec. He's trying to salvage it, and he gets the cap. No way.
So, okay, that was a really, really messy push for HNJ, but they got the scout in water early. He spent 10 full seconds like, where the demo man at, right? Because Zesty was top left. Zesty knew he couldn't go over point because there was a scout waiting for him, and he just plays the point in just the most ratty possible way. And apparently it's impossible to stand on it to block it.
That's painful.
It's pure pain. Pure pain. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more life in terms of the mid-fight. We do see Sega instantly goes down. That has been no heals on the side of blue. And the damage has been so brutal onto them right now. Even with 5 players, they still have less health overall. And you can see right now, these scouts are on the beam for HNJ. They are looking also very happy. Wackifar tries to go in, and the latest triple sack at all. That is so uncoordinated from PoC.
That was a 1 for 1 for 1 for 1 there, just feeding them in. But Zesty manages to go high five with the sticky shot as he escapes into river here. They've got a couple spawners coming up, but there's a full Uber advantage on the side of HNJ, so not really any scope for PoC to contest, particularly with their numbers down. But it has bought them a little bit of time to get themselves solidly set up on this last point, something they've not had the liberty of before in this game.
Oh, this is a really brave peek towards top right now for PoC. They are going to be backing all the way. They do lose a player. There was potentially like an opportunity for HNG to just go fast all the way through main. There will be just enough position for PoC to be on last stick. He's out towards point. Uber has been used all the way through main. They flashing everyone, keeping everyone healthy. Gun does eventually go down. Zesty, he's the next one to fall. So no stickies all the way towards point. We do see aim doing a lot of damage. All the way just standing on the point solo. The scout walks away, and guess what? He just capped it all by himself.
Yeah, he didn't need the support. It looked like Vangles was putting in a really good shift behind the point, managing to pick up 2 players right at the start of that push. But that aim bomb coupled with all that damage coming out of Zayla was just completely destructive. And again, just facing these full Uber advantage sort of last holds, they're just getting completely dusted every time. But 4 rounds in now. See another mid, a high bomb coming pretty early from aim. He's going to fake them out and sort of prevent the blue team from taking any sort of high ground. They're just spamming them on the low ground, not able to get any position whatsoever. And even if they could get a bomb off, they definitely wouldn't be able to follow up on it. It's disastrous right from the word go here.
Yeah, disastrous is the only real word I could use for that. Now that 2 players down, there's so much damage being dealt to these players towards top as well. The scout gets knocked away from the floor. Yeah, so he's going down. There's another player. They've just only got the spawn. This is PoC just like no business even being on second. And then somehow Zesty dies from like the longest range rocket you've ever seen. Now they don't even have a demo for last. This is going to be an Uber trade, but it can be so much better on the side of HNJ if they can take some decent position. They are still capping second just about. Uber's now going to be fading. Angles all the way towards the floor. They kind of need to start looking to hold these doors all the way down. If HNJ just busts through, this could be pretty tragic for them. Slicerogue is putting in good work, trying to keep himself alive.
High five on the point. Nobody's there to contest it, really. They drop 4 players down all at the same time. The bomb comes in from aim. Touch. Huge damage. And that's it. That's Gully. His GG's in the chat. That was 15 and a half minutes of hell there for the side of PoC.
Yeah, that's that is a first gamer LAN kind of feeling. I've been on the receiving end of that more times than I'd care to mention, you know? Obviously, I will say games are going to get considerably better as the day goes on because we are operating a Swiss system. If you never heard of it, you know, if you get a win, next round you're against a team which also has a win. You know, if you lose, you'll go against a team who also lost. So it tries to balance things out, but it does mean that your first game of the day isn't always the most balanced. And that's okay.
It is, you know, you're here to play lots of games of TF2. Lots of games of TF2 will be played, but ultimately there is only sort of 5 spots going off the back of this Swiss system to get into the Day 2 playoffs here. So they'll have to sort of brush up on their act, but hopefully it'll be a bit more comfortable for them and they will have slightly more opportunity for a comeback. I mean, looking at the sort of groups to have to actually qualify, HNJ certainly looked like the top one, if not the top 2 team to almost certainly get through to the next round playoff stage. So it's by no means a surprise, but you know, PoC can take sort of hang their hat on that and drive through to the next stages here.
Yeah, you know, it's all good. It's all good. We got some numbers on the screen now. I'm not going to dwell too much on the numbers. You know, I know everyone enjoys their numbers, but also it was a 5-0, so I feel like the numbers aren't going to be super indicative.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that HNJ were just much better as a team. I will give an honorary shout out to Fortnite player who's taken time out of his busy schedule of playing Fortnite to come play some TF2. Shout out.
That's awesome.
It is Soldier on 5 ping, thankfully. So everyone knows that if you play Soldier on 5 ping, it's basically that's how it becomes a superclass.
Yeah, almost certainly. I gather that aim, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, I mean, you can't extrapolate too much from that. It's pretty telling of the 5-0 we just saw. So I have to just part it on to the next one.
It's all good. It's all good. It's fine because we have plenty of time to talk about some of the other things coming up. Obviously, this is the whole Localhost Fullerton LAN. This is the first LAN we've had for a little while now. You know, it's nice to be seeing people. I don't know, even if it's from a few thousand miles away. It's nice to see people, you know, playing actually in person for once, getting the old 5 ping. There's going to be an absolute boatload of coverage. There's going to be like 3 different channels running things. So obviously there's going to be a lot of TF2 to catch within the next couple days. So keep your eyes out, people, you know?
Yeah, I believe we are going to take a bit of leave here. And we will join you once again for round 2. I'm sure there's still some action going on Kritzcast right now. Go at Eckstein, so I'm sure there's going to be a hoot over there and hopefully a bit more interesting. So we'll catch you after this break.